Good evening, Facebook, or good afternoon, depending where you are. This is our show on Friday, and Bridgetti should be joining us momentarily. And say hello to Tish and hello to Lauren as we get things ready. And I'm going to drop that photo down. I'll put myself full screen. That's probably the best bet. Right, okay. Here we are with business. Welcome to the show. And as we wind down to the weekend, I know Bridgetti will be here shortly, and all will be well. But for the moment, I'm just going to waffle for a moment. And John's here too. Must be getting close to the weekend. Beautiful weather for allotmenteering, John. So enjoy the weekend. We're going to have a scorcher. And hello, Aaron. Now, if anybody wants to join, you can actually, as you know, you can type guest to join on camera. I'm just going to type that in myself. Join on camera. Let's have a party. It's weekend. The sun is shining. And if I could spell, all would be good. So, type guest to actually join us on camera. Oh, it must be Friday. It's going to be a party. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. And hello, Jason. Good to see you too. We are going to have a party. Definitely. Now, one thing that I've been asked to promote, in fact, not asked, well, yes. On the 30th of June, it is Social Media Day. Yep. So that's a Saturday. Now, as we all know, as live broadcasters, very few people actually broadcast on a Saturday. So, BLIFe TV are holding a social media day on Friday. And you can join in Social Media Day. I'll take that off screen, which is next Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. in the UK. It's an hour-long show hosted by Mr. Jeff Adams. And basically, there are 7 countries. That's not strictly true. There are USA Belivers, USA hosts, the UK, of course. South Africa is there too, and I think Canada as well. And it's going to be a jamboree at 1 p.m. Eastern next Friday, 6 p.m. in the UK, 7 p.m. in South Africa. And I'm saying that because Bridgetti is just arriving. And it's going to be quite a day. Now, you'll see lots of posters. And in fact, as Bridgetti arrives, I'll take that down off the screen. And you can now just see Bridgetti and I. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. We have sound and vision. And say hello.
Happy Friday.
Thank you. Thank you. And say hello to Lauren, to Jason, to Robert, to Erin, to John, to Tish. And welcome, everybody. It is Friday, isn't it, at last? And it's been quite a week. Have you been given your card for next Friday?
Not yet.
Oh, right.
Yet.
Have you not? There should be an email going out. It should be in your email.
Oh, I should check that. I should check that. How exciting. This is very exciting.
It is. I mean, it's something that BLIFe are organising, and we can all have a party next Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, an hour-long show run by Jeff Adams with myself and Bridgetti and David Burrows and Fonz. Can't forget Fonz. It's not the Fonz that you're thinking of there. This is our Fonz, who's in Cambridge in the UK. And also we'll have John there as well. Not the John that's watching the show now, but we'll have John. So it's going to be quite a busy. I mean, if you think about it, there are going to be 21 people on a show which is 60 minutes long. So all we have to do is prepare a 3-minute speech.
Wow, yes. That's a lot of people.
It's going to be a record show with possibly 60 people on the show. It's going to be very hectic and well, What I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a little quiz for Jeff. I'm going to ask him 5 questions about the UK and see if he can answer them. Yeah, I mean, I'll start off easily. Say, you know, what is the capital of the UK? Yeah, and then you know, sort of go harder from there. Really, sort of a quiz, little quiz. And if Jeff doesn't know the answers, then we'll pass it on to the people from USA or from Canada and see if they know the answers as well. And Gospel is saying hello to both of us. Hello, Gospel. Nice to see you. Now, if anybody does want to join Bridgetti and I on camera, then all you need to do, as we take that down off the screen, is to type guest and you can join us on camera. Now, it's Friday. We're looking forward to the weekend. 6 p.m. in Wiltshire in the UK. And it is, as Bridgetti will tell us, what time in Cape Town?
It's 7 p.m. in Cape Town, and I've just checked. I couldn't wait. I opened up my email and I found my card.
So you have a card? Wait, if you...
I do.
If you message... Well, if during the course of the show you message me the card, I'll bring it up on screen. Oh, here we go.
Yes, I can send it. I can send it to you. Yeah,
and I can upload it, which would be good. It's just to show that we're live. Right. And Robert C. Stern is trying to pretend that he's camera shy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, anybody who's watched your shows, Robert, so knows that that is far from the truth. You teach people how not to be shy on camera. Truth. Right. If you are watching, everybody's said hello, so thank you for that. Now, something I want to point out, and we should all do this at the beginning of every show. This show is going out on 9 different pages. And that means that if you're watching on the live video hub or the US hub or digital white lie or TVSN or one of the other 3, and you're making a comment and I'm not doing anything about it, it's because I can't see it. What you need to do to comment live is to click this link. I'm going to put it on Facebook. That won't work either, will it? It's just occurred to me that the logic of this is not right, is it? Because I'm posting.
Well, you've got to go to.
I'm posting on BLive in 5 to people who are not on BLive in 5. That doesn't work. That was a random thought I had earlier today, but obviously it's not the best idea in the world. If you are not watching on the BLive in 5 page, please go to the BLive in 5 page now. Just search for BLive in 5 and you'll find the page. You'll find Bridgetti and I on there on the big screen as the featured video. And that's where you can click and you can comment live and we'll see your comments. Now, Lauren is saying, I'd love to join, but I set up my camera especially for my lives. Okay. I need a proper office, life space goals. Well, yeah, I can empathise with that because in the early days when we started, we were where we were. We just started broadcasting. The background didn't matter, did it?
No, it didn't. I mean, and it still applies. If you knew time before, don't get hung up on the tech. Don't get hung up on having a studio look. Just get started. It's going to take you time to settle into becoming comfortable on camera. So don't wait for the tech and don't wait for the studio. Just get started. And in any event, the tech changes. You'll change your studio from time to time. As your shows develop, you'll figure out what works and what doesn't work for a particular show. So go with the flow. Don't let that hold you back from getting into live streaming.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Just do it. Do it. And you can only get better. Right. Okay. Now on to real world things. Well, our world. Our old favorite, show cards. Now we've talked about this before, but in this age of being shared and cross-posted everywhere, if you just say I'm talking about fishing, that's not the best idea, is it, Bridgetti?
No, not. It's got to be very, very specific, and show cards is the way to help people to see what your show is going to be about, and pictures. Have pictures in your show card.
Well,
or when
indeed.
you advertise your show, have pictures.
Yeah, and you should say who you are, because if you're on a new page, people have no idea, haven't a clue, never heard of you. Also, what are you going to talk about? What's the topic of the show? Why should people join you? And when is the show? Now, if you've got those elements on your show card, then you can put it on Facebook anytime before the show. You can put it on Twitter, you can put it on Instagram, you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on any social media site. And what you're trying to do, as Jason will agree, Jason is replying to previous comment, Jason will agree, is you're actually creating a brand. Right, okay, show cards. This is a show card. Okay, this is the show card for this show. And that's an example of a show card. And basically you can see we've got a banner at the top, which tends to follow Bridgetti. Well, it follows me around more than it follows Bridgetti, but it's here on Fridays. Underneath that, we've got the topic of the show, in discussion, in conversation. Then we've got our photographs so that you recognize you're on the right show. And then our names, and underneath it says the times. Now, on our card, we've got 2 times. We've got Eastern time, which is our friend David Vaughan says is the only time that matters, because I run all my shows off Eastern time. We're going out today at 1 p.m. Eastern, so happy with that. Then I put my UK time, British summer time, because it is sunny today, and that's the layout of a card. So the card shows who, that's me and Bridgetti, what in discussion, why, that you put as a comment in the post itself, and when. So those ingredients should be on your show card and in writing in the show post. The more you say, the more people can actually decide. What if you attract people to watch you, then that's better than trying to advertise, isn't it?
Absolutely. Your show card is a vital ingredient, especially if you're starting out and people don't know you, as you said. It gives, and then don't be shy about asking people to share it. You know, share it to your timeline and ask your friends if they wouldn't mind sharing it. And making it more personal is the better way to go. You know, you also don't want to spam people. So send it to people that you know personally and ask them if they would share it on their timeline.
Indeed, and I've got another example of a show card. And this is one for Wigan Rugby, who are on the live video hub, which we're coming to in a moment. And this is their show card. So they've got a picture of the show hosts, and they've got the date and the time and everything that people would need to know. Right, going back to the questions, take that down again. All right, so Jason, we've shown an example of the show card, and Lauren is saying she does use all that information on the Facebook post, which is absolutely brilliant. And right, you do this in talk show mode. We're always in talk show mode, aren't we? Well, for a good reason.
Yes, I natively, ever since I have never gone back and used the other 2 functions, like in never, because you can do everything in talk show, absolutely everything. You don't even have to think about it. So I instinctively, when I create a broadcast, I will always opt for talk show because it gives me options. Even if I use all the functions, it gives me the option to change my mind at the last minute.
It does. It's so
that I do have the option to use something. If something came up and, I was talking to, if I was on a broadcast and someone said, but I want to see X, Y, Z, I've then got the option to bring XYZ on screen, share my screen. So that's why I always opt for talk show. Personally, that's what I do. What do you do, Steven?
I do exactly the same. The only time I would go back is if I was demonstrating question and answer, the two-person version, the interview mode to somebody, because it is totally different from talk show. But 99.9% of the time, I'm on talk show, and you can either have one person on. The thing about talk show is you can go live with just one person on screen. You don't have to wait for anybody. You can just go live. As guests arrive, and just to remind everybody, if you type guest in the comments, you can join us on camera. As the guests arrive, you can bring them on screen. You can show photographs, as Bridgetti said. You can share your screen. It's just the most flexible of all the systems that there are. And with 4 people on screen, we're just looking for, we've got 2 seats to spare. Let's go back to the points which are coming in thick and fast. And Jason's saying thank you. Now, this is going to be confusing. We have 2 Jasons in the room. So when I say, no, I'm just going to say Jason. Okay, and show the photograph on screen, and that will work, won't it?
Yes, that'll identify which Jason it is.
Yeah, and Jason J is saying it's a good point, Bridgetti. Always use talk show. And Jason Franco is saying on OBX may let you do that, or you can do it by hardware. So there are choices. There are choices in what you can actually use.
And I want to remind anyone who's watching who is not already broadcasting on BLive, or if you're currently using the free version, I can tell you unequivocally, you cannot find another program out there that can give you the functions that BLive offers at the price that it does. I've had look at, I mean, you've as well, Steven. We've looked at lots of different broadcasting softwares, and BLive definitely. If you're starting out, if you wanting to broadcast on a budget, BLive is absolutely a bargain for what you can do.
Totally. And Franco is saying his name is Franco. Okay, we'll go with that. I will tell you. I'll name you as Franco then to avoid confusion. And Jason saying he can call me. Now I'm getting confused. Okay, Jax. Right. we can try. Right now, as you all know, we're going to talk about the live video hub because we always do, just for a few moments. There are now 151 shows on the live video hub, and including myself and Bridgetti, we're on there. And this show today is going out on the live video hub. If you're watching from there, hello. If you want to see the real live show, then go to the BLive in 5 page. I mentioned it twice now, so that's good. And released this week, and I should have a photo of it somewhere. Just give me a second.
Well, while you're looking for it, some exciting news that's come up yesterday. You can now post long form videos to Instagram, 10 minutes long. So you can actually repurpose live streams from Facebook onto Instagram, because it's no longer short videos. They now offer long form videos. So that's a nice new update that came out yesterday. It
is. There's going to be a competition here, isn't there? I mean, this is Facebook, YouTube, and now Instagram. And now is I mean, that's the length of this show. So it's. But I've got a question. I'm going to try it out this weekend because we never get a chance to do it during the week because we're too busy. If you could actually download from Facebook and upload straight to Instagram on your desktop. I'm not sure about that. If somebody can clarify that, and Robert's clarifying it is up to an hour on IGTV, as it will become known, is known.
Yes, so you've got to download IG. Well, I know that this is only applicable on the iPhone, I think. So you've got to download IGTV from the App Store and then connect that to your Instagram account. So, Robert, are you saying that you can broadcast up to an hour?
Yeah, it is 60 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's basic, and Gospel's agreeing as well. Right, now just a minute. I knew there'd be a catch. And Robert's come up with it. The video has to be in vertical.
Oh, Robert, just come on screen, will you, Robert?
Type guess. Please.
Do it.
We spend hours setting up these bots in the morning just so we can use them when we go live. Right, okay.
Yes, that's Robert is right. Yeah, got to be vertical.
Yeah. And Lauren's confirming 60 minutes. Sorry, Gospel is confirming 60 minutes. And Lauren is saying she hasn't looked into it yet. But you put your live on YouTube. Another step forward. That's a great place to put video, isn't it?
There's a way around this, though.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to repurpose your Facebook Live on Instagram, you can make use of Facebook Creator, because the Facebook Creator, you can shoot that vertical, and there you've got your video to repurpose directly onto Instagram. So the way that you could do that is when you are, I'm just thinking out loud here, when you're doing your broadcast, you could also go live on your phone at the same time. That's where you will be recording. You'll be doubling up. You can be recording on Facebook Creator vertical and then repurpose that to Instagram. Hey, Robert.
That's one way to do it.
Now we are three. Hello, Robert.
Hello. That is one way to do it.
Okay.
What's the other way?
Well, the other way actually is for those who are video creators, like I use Camtasia, other people use different things. You download your video and then you just set it up as a vertical. So, you can edit it to be the narrow long and just go with it.
Just resize it.
Resize it.
All right. Gospel is suggesting.
There we go.
Gospel is suggesting we might want to consider using Wave.
Wave works. But you have to then go for the paid account, because if you use the free version of Wave, you're going to be getting their watermark on your video. So that's the caveat with. Where are you, Robert? You're not at home.
No, I'm in a hotel right now.
See, I'm pretty observant, aren't I?
Change of scene. You see, you've not got your normal backdrop.
People don't recognize when I'm not in my normal routine.
Right.
Did you go to VidCon, Robert?
No. I don't tend to go to the big conferences unless I'm speaking at them, because all it is other social media people, and they're all talking and networking and stuff, and I'm more focused on my clients and trying to help people use social media to get business, not to teach other social media people. That's just me.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I think that for people who go to, well, we're fortunate. We know a lot of the people presenting at these places, and we talk to them virtually every day.
Exactly.
So we're not the target audience.
Well, that's just it. And a lot of times you go to these large social media conferences, and it's all these same people that we're talking about. So I'm kind of like, talk to them all the time. Why do I need to go to a conference and talk to them? I'd rather stay home and call clients and get new clients.
I think, for some people, it's the whole thing about being able to meet up with people live and in person. So that's the big draw card for a lot of live streamers.
Yeah. Oh, they're great conferences. You learn stuff. You get to meet people. I'm not knocking those conferences. It's just not for me because I want to focus on business. It's not always easy to take 2-3 days off.
And
Oh, that's true. Tell me about it.
no, it isn't.
Tell me about it.
It isn't. You come back to chaos, and you have to reestablish routines and whatnot.
Yep.
You've got to catch up on email.
Oh, if I ever took like real time off, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
I figured out I receive approximately every day between junk, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and just my normal emails and everything else. I get over about 800 to 900 emails a day.
Right. Wow.
Can you imagine I took 5 days off? If I took 5 days off, I'm going to have time to go through 4,500 emails?
Wow.
No.
That's quite a bit, Robert. That's quite a bit. I don't blame you. I can well imagine the kind of pressure that puts on you if you take a few days off.
Even when I go on vacation, I'm still got my phone, I'm checking my emails, going through them, trashing what I need to trash.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Instagram TV is going to be interesting. The jury will be out on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of and to me, it's taking off another. It's starting where another one kind of is finishing.
Yeah.
So Periscope is on its kind of last legs because Twitter is kind of being its own thing now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about Periscope, it's mainly vertical. They can do horizontal too, but it's mainly vertical. They're saving the Periscopes now for the past couple of years. So you have that. The only difference is that Periscope's not tied to anything else. Like here, Instagram is, IGTV is tied to Instagram. So you'll be able to follow people that are going live and that are doing things and everything else. But if anybody has checked it out yet, you will also see that there's a big discovery section.
Oh, wow.
You can look up people. You can see what the popular ones are.
Right.
So they've got, and a lot of people are calling it more of Instagram TV a hub.
Oh, this sounds so familiar.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it just?
I was laughing when I was reading somebody's article, and they said, "Yeah, it's the Instagram Live TV hub," and I went, I wonder if Steven should have copyrighted that.
I don't think you could copyright a single word.
I know.
I don't know. Darn. But I mean, the market is so big. I mean, we're specifically BLIFbot.tv, and BLIFbot.tv is only on Facebook. So
yeah, they have to be at least 15 seconds long and up to an hour.
Okay, well, that's something. Does Instagram have RTMP, or do you have to go from your phone?
No, you can upload. From what I remember, I thought I heard it said you can actually upload from your desktop.
Oh, brilliant!
Because it's not just live. You can upload a video.
Excellent.
Yes, you can. That
you
much
can
I
actually
know.
Right now, if you don't have anything live to do, you could take all your old videos and upload them to repurpose, and now your channel is starting up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
but it's
one
gotta
thing
be
I
vertical.
liked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So ideally, it's got to be one person on screen. Well, that's going to be squished, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be one person on a screen. However, if you know about Instagram, and when you go live and you bring somebody on, they actually do a two-person where it's up and down. So
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have the ability to do a software, do a template, if you want to do some heavy editing, you could put two people and they could be up and down.
Right.
Or you can do like what Brian Fanzo does. He puts the fisheye on, so it makes it wider.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. I've forgotten that you can use the fisheye. That'll give you a better
It distorts it a little bit, though.
Although I did see someone produce, I forgot his name, and I was watching his show on Instagram last night, and I would imagine, unless he was doing some fancy work with a selfie stick, it did seem like someone else was managing his phone and then focusing on the person that was speaking, because he was interviewing two people at the same time.
Right.
And I noticed that the camera was focusing on the person who was speaking. Sometimes they would manage to get a shot with two people, and I think they take a little bit to get them both in the shot. But obviously, then you need a second person. You won't be able to do that by yourself.
Correct.
But it can be done.
Mm-hmm. No, I went on and I was looking at some of the big names that are already starting to drop videos on it and everything else. And, you know, there's a couple of they were YouTubers and Musical.ly type people, and they're starting to upload their videos onto Instagram because they're very big on Instagram too. And it's going to get interesting. I mean, this is the thing. And guess what? We are only in June.
Oh, yes.
We have 6 more months of this year, and I put it out there after the whole thing in January broke with Zuckerberg. There is going to be another major correction on Facebook, I say, in the next 6 months.
Well, we can all be on Facebook Watch.
I would imagine. I mean,
sorry, Bridgetti.
Most people are on Facebook Watch now. They don't realize it. When I get notified, even with yours, Steven, I get the 6 notifications because I follow all those pages.
Sorry about that.
No, but the funny part is it's like at 12 o'clock is like the worst time in the world for me because my phone starts buzzing like crazy. I get you from Repurpose and LiveHub and BLive, and then Grant Cardone goes live, and then this guy goes live, and then Kickassery goes live, and I'm just like, oh, must be 12 o'clock. And all of a sudden, my phone starts buzzing up. Now, if I click any of them, it automatically brings up the watch program.
Okay.
You guys on the top. And now if I want to go into it and comment, then it goes directly into your screen, or the screen that I pulled up.
Right.
So everybody is technically showing up on the watch now. They may not be searchable on watch, but it's kind of shifting.
Right.
They're doing that automatically, yes. It was like a natural progression. And I think it was only the last week or so that they made this big shift because they had the very first Creators Day with all the big announcements for Facebook. And they announced that they were just rolling that out naturally to creators now.
So since we brought it up, about the watch and the hubs and everything else, Steven.
I'm going to go into that. Before that, Lauren's saying she's some videos are being tagged Facebook Watch. So that's an interesting development too. Yeah, we talked about the hub. Two things about the live video hub. Just before we move on with our discussion, the 2 things you can do. And the first of those is you can help us with. I don't think RJ is watching. But even if she's not, I'm going to say RJ has created a brilliant piece of software in Messenger, and it's called the Discoverability Engine. And the Discoverability Engine gives you, as a viewer, a participant, the ability to go to that link, select the type of show that you're interested in, and it can be a business show, a chat show. It can be a coach, personal coaches. It can be, as Bridgetti knows, a speciality show, and you pick your category, and then you're shown in front of you, displayed on your screen, or all the shows currently listed in that category. For each show that's listed, you can go direct to their page, you can set a reminder to watch their videos, and you can contact them via Messenger, just by clicking one of the 3 buttons underneath each of the photos, which takes us back to the show cards earlier, because we use the show cards to actually illustrate each show. And those cards are very important, because that's the eye-catching bit. When we get to the stage where we've got 20 business coaches in there, and I'm sure we'll get there, then the business coach with the best card is going to get the most attraction. But there is one thing I can say at the moment. If you are a business coach, or you've got a show on your business page, if you get in now and you send your information to us, then you will be at the top of the list forever. So if you want sort of an incentive to get in there and post details of your show, then please do. All we need is show name, when you go live, show card, and link to your page, and a link to your bot. If you've got a messenger bot running, then basically it all hangs together in the discoverability engine. You can try it out for us. If you find anything not working, please let us know. RJ is pretty darn good at sorting things out quickly, Bridgetti.
Yes. Oh my goodness, it was at lightning speed. RJ's fabulous. I mean, the question was barely up on Messenger, and within no time, within 2 ticks, the solution was posted.
Indeed, it was just.
So big shout out to RJ.
Yep, most definitely. And to everybody who's actually broadcasting on the hub, thank you. We know 151 broadcasters, and even on a Friday, there are about a dozen shows going out. So it's working well, and everybody's getting new viewers, and it's all working. And long may that continue. Yeah.
Yes.
It's gone quiet. Where should we go now?
You know, it's a funny thing. The one thing that, when you have at least 3 people, you always worry about talking over someone. Politely person to say something, so you don't talk over them, and then you have this. Who's going to say something? Right.
There is a topic for us, and it is a pertinent topic because it's something that Facebook have newly released, amongst other things. And rights management has been released, and you have to apply for it. And once you've applied for it, then Facebook are providing a brand new service, Robert.
Yep. Copyright. They're going to basically protect your stuff that nobody else can be using it. And it's a great thing, because that's a lot of what goes on.
Well, what it's going to allow you to do now is when somebody uses your content, your video, it's going to attribute, it's going to add in your name, so people will know who the originator of the broadcast was. So you can no longer willy-nilly grab someone's content and try and use it as your own. If that person has activated the rights management, and it's not a bad thing, it's a great thing actually. So now if people go and they share your content, guess what? Everyone's going to know it's your content, it's your video.
Yep.
So this really is a great thing as far as I'm concerned.
Totally agree.
Oh, it's very good.
It's going to give us more visibility as creators when our content is shared, whether we know about it or we don't. Name will show up. It'll be fabulous. Someone asked someone asked for the dimensions of a show card. Just trying to see where that question was.
Yeah, the question, dimensions of a show card, and Barb gave the answer 950 by 400. Is that right?
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Right. And Bob's saying hello to everybody. And so is Vincent. So welcome to Bob and Vincent. Now, you wouldn't think that digital rights management would act so quickly. Angelica signed up for it on Wednesday, and she set all the parameters up and everything correctly and protected. And then on Thursday, she got a message from Facebook saying, "We found something you might be interested in." And lo and behold,
Oh, really?
Well, just to prove that the system works, it was a copy of a video Angelica had done some time ago, and it had been shared. Now, what they actually do is tell you how much of it has been shared, okay? So it could have been 10%, 20%, 50%. If they'd done an outtake and tried to get around all the copyright stuff and just taken a smidgen, then you get to know that too. But in this case, somebody actually shared the whole thing into a private group. So Angelica couldn't see where it was, but she could block access, in other words, turn that share off so it didn't appear anymore, or she could allow it. And if you allow it, you get the option to allow all shares for that person forever and a day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing you can do is, if you go somewhere else in rights management, because it's higgledy-piggledy, it's all over the place, you can actually see who it was. Yeah, because you're actually giving them permission, you can actually get the name. Now, the only problem with that is that if it says the name is John Smith, it doesn't tell you which John Smith. Yeah, but rights management. Yeah,
I actually got to jump off, but I did put the link for the Facebook Rights Manager in the chat.
Brilliant. Thanks, Robert. Okay. Enjoy yourself wherever you are. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again.
Take care.
Soon.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Robert.
All right. Okay. And
so,
Bob.
Have you seen it as well?
Sorry, Bridgetti, I'm back.
Oh, sorry. Have you signed up for rights management yourself as well?
Oh, yeah, I've got it on BLIFbot and on Steven on video. It's on 2 pages. But Facebook hasn't reported anything so far. So my stuff's not getting shared. It's not getting copied either, which I suppose is a good thing.
I think everyone should apply for it if you are a creator anyway. And it's a pretty painless process. It's very quick and easy. You can apply for all your pages at once at the same time. So you don't have to, if you've got a number of pages, you don't have to do one for each and every page. You can do them all together at the same time. And within a matter of about 3 hours or something, you'll get an email back from Facebook to let you know that they have approved you, and you get the link. So that's perfect.
Facebook does do so many good things. If you are watching live at the moment, thank you. If you think we've not seen your comment, then the link to join us is in the post above the video, and you can come in and join us and comment live on the page. Thing is, we're going out on 9 different pages, so the odds are most people know where we are on BLIFbot. That's where all 5 shows go from. And talking of shows, I did a show which I enjoyed tremendously yesterday, and this is why we're
Oh yes, that was a great show.
Yeah, this was now, gentlemen. I just want to tell. I'm going to tell the story. This is Linda West, and the gentleman she's with is Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, and I had the pleasure of talking to Linda yesterday for half an hour, 40 minutes, and exploring, because Linda's on the live video hub, and what I'm doing is I'm interviewing everybody who's on the live video hub. Now I'm doing 2 people a week, so it's going to take me 75 weeks to do everybody, but I'm working my way through it.
No, it's not going to take you 75 weeks. It's going to take you forever. Because the creators are going to be increasing.
quite
you
right.
may have to ramp that up to 3 a week eventually.
I'll never catch it, will I? Never. Right. Okay. Now, the second reason for mentioning it was a brilliant show. If you manage to catch the replay, it's on BLive in 5. It's on the live video hub. It's only 30 minutes, but it's sound advice from Linda. And we got on very well. And I can now say that we will be live as co-hosts next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern on a Thursday. That's replacing the live video hub show, which now moves to Tuesdays. So I'll be live with Linda next Thursday. Anything can happen, and probably will, just like this show that Bridgetti and I do here. I'm looking forward to that as well. So, because Tina, our friend Tina, our good friend Tina, at the moment has a full-time position, which means she cannot broadcast much at the moment. So I've been recruiting or scouting or cajoling people to come on camera with me, and Linda said yes, and we'll be here at 12 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic, and that's life happens. I mean, most of the broadcasters have another job. They've got another day job.
Yep.
And they do this after hours. And so it's not always possible for them to be available as readily as someone who is doing it full time.
Well, the
benefits of being semi-retired.
My home is my office as well. I mean, I can. My shows go live at 5, which is the end of the working day for most people, but I'm self-employed, so I can do work during the day as well as doing the live videos, and it doesn't interrupt. I do empathize though with April. April has a full-time job, and therefore it's very difficult when we do the social media day on Friday. Then it's going to be difficult for, if not impossible, for April to be there. So I can empathize with the situation, which leads us into our second announcement, because we're gonna, over the next 7 days, you're going to see Bridgetti and my photo everywhere. And Bridgetti, if you want to talk about that for a moment, I'll go and find your photograph.
Yes, sure. So World Social Media Day is an opportunity for BLive to bring together. I mean, BLive broadcasts in so many countries, and the hope was for a representative of every country. And we've got so many BLivers. Just in the BLivers group alone, we're almost close to 7,000 people. And it's impossible. It would have been great, but I think the limit is 3 per country. That's the maximum we can accommodate. Already that hour is chock-a-block full. But this is going to be a graben of people from around the world who use BLive, and it's going to be exciting. It's the first time we're doing of this nature. So it's a very exciting opportunity. And if you want to grow your networks, then network with the people you're going to be meeting people from around the globe. And the way that you can grow your own network, especially if you are new, is when you join up with someone else's network. And the way to do that is to make friends with people. Invite them on your show. When people invite you, accept the invitation, because you automatically by default then join their network. So it's a great way to grow your business. And there Steven is showing.
Yeah, I'm back for a moment. I need another minute. I need another minute.
Who's have been given a show card like this to advertise. So have a look on BLive in 5. Have a look on this group and see who's going to be on and contact people. reach them as a friend, arrange to be on their, to be on your broadcasts, and grow your network, because the more you network, the more your own creations are there. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Also, not people that broadcast with you will share your content with their network. So I'm just trying to see. Oh, that was Bob saying hello, Franco.
Right, I'm back. I'm back. Can you see me?
That I'd lost some comments there, and when you screen, it's not quite the same when you are producing. I can see them, but they seem to go.
Bridgetti, can you see me?
We've caught up with all the comments now. Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go full screen, and I'm going to show the photograph you just sent me. And there you are, Bridgetti, representing South Africa. The South African team will be next Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, on the 29th, on the show with Jeff Adams hosting and 63 other people taking part, and it's going to be a big party. Right, that just about worked, because I had to download the photo, upload it to a Facebook album, refresh this page, bring the album. Yeah. Right, next time I might before the show. I best stop moving about so much.
It's not something that I would recommend you doing if you're new at broadcasting, because you can get quite befuddled in the beginning. Because, you know, there's a process when you want to upload it to Facebook, and then bring it in as a picture before you can show it on screen. And when you do it the first 2 times, can get a little bit befuddled. That's my favorite word. So I wouldn't recommend you try the first time round when you start broadcasting, kind of things first.
Yeah, work up to it slowly. But it does work. It does work. It can be done. But it does mean you've got to do a screen refresh for that to work. To anybody who's just joined us, thank you. This has been a fantastic show. What you should do now is, when we finish shortly, is go back and watch the replay. Yes. Okay. Well, everything's worked today. That's good. Okay. Earlier, we were talking about going away for the weekend. I went to Germany last weekend, and I had a fantastic time over 4 days, meeting friends from Weimingen in Germany and Mayen in France, and speaking German and French, but predominantly English, because when 3 countries meet, English is the natural language that we all know and can speak. And we had a great time. There was a 140-piece orchestra entertaining us on the Saturday night, and that
must have been awesome.
It was awesome. That was we've got the Advisors Band, then we've got the Mayen Orchestra, which is a full-blown orchestra. Then there was the Weimingen Orchestra, and then from Jesi in Italy, they had their orchestra. And then, because this was the playing what is the centerpiece, which is the EU anthem, they brought in children from local schools as well who were learning music. So you literally had people from 8 to 80 in the orchestra and playing our tune, which I'm not going to attempt. But the thing I'm getting to quite slowly is that, did you enjoy yourself last Friday?
Yes, we had lots of fun. I was telling them, I felt like a kid in the candy store because I had the controls. It felt so weird.
Yeah, being all these buttons to press. But yeah, I watched the show back afterwards and enjoyed it. It is hosting the show is a totally different experience. We co-host this and we share the load, and it is a different experience, even on the same show, when you have to host it yourself. And as I say, I enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. But it's in a good cause. What I'm trying to do is representing devisers is to bring some entente cordiale between England and Germany. Right, okay, and you have the verdict from Gospel. Bridgetti did well. There you are. Because she had some different guests on.
Yes, I did. You know, it wasn't. I mean, we've got our usual guests that's around every single week, and I love every one of them. It's always great to have a guest on the show. And then last week was some, you know, that were completely different. Barbara saying it's hard to do some. What is your? Sorry, what was that comment? Sorry. It's hard to do sometimes all the things to push lol. Yes, in the beginning, it is quite daunting. But you know, the more you do it, you start enjoying it eventually. It's like learning to drive a car. You know, it's like anything that you're starting out that's new. In the beginning, it's a little hard, but eventually it becomes second nature, and you don't even think about it.
Indeed, it is. That's a good analogy. It's just like driving a car, because after a while driving a car, especially a stick-driven car, you get used to operating the controls, and it becomes almost it's second nature, isn't it? After some time, yeah.
It does, yes, it does become second nature.
And Barb's giving the thumbs up. Thank you, Barb. Well, actually, even with Robert on the show today, we got through the agenda, so that's good. He wouldn't tell us where he was, though. I wonder where he was.
Very secretive.
He was, yeah, yeah. He was.
And he was reluctant to come onto the show, which he never is. You know, he's always, you know, he's always kind of like, hey, I'm here, and he can't wait to get onto the show with us. What is he hiding?
I don't know. Well, I hope we coaxed him on. I hope he has a good weekend.
Yes,
and you all
absolutely.
have.
Whatever you're doing, have a great weekend, Robert, and thank you for popping in.
Well, to everybody who's watched us today, we would like to say, Bridgetti, over to you.
We'd like to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching live. And to anyone who's going to be watching this on the replay, thank you for watching us too. And if you've seen any value in the conversation we had today, then please do go ahead and share the broadcast. So I want to wish all of you a fabulous weekend ahead. Whatever you do, be safe. Do not broadcast and drive at the same time, because distracted driving is dangerous.
Yeah.
So be safe, everyone. And from me, Bridgetti in Cape Town, have a great weekend and bye for now. And Steven, over to you.
Thank you. And from Steven here in Wiltshire, it's going to be a beautiful sunny weekend. There's a heat wave on the way in the UK, which we're looking forward to. And enjoy yourselves. Get out and about. Forget the computer if you can. And Bridgetti and I will be back at 1 p.m. Eastern next Friday. And don't forget, you're welcome to join us as a guest on the show. Any show. Just type guest and you're with us. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.